Right. So we have this structure, and also to see. I recommended to use it. Yeah, in these books we are going to uh, see and also talk about and also use some example base and some food that you like. If you don't like that food, or you can like for example like a sandwich, or another things that you prefer to do it, or yeah, it can happen, right? So yeah, in Swift we have the arrays. So in arrays you can see the this value, and yeah, and you can also declare, and more later we are going to see what how it's called, and why it's important to use let. We also have some random and also function, built-in function from Swift, that help us to um, avoid a mixed time to create some algorithm to represent a different, and also present different values in this way. So don't confuse, don't worry. We are going to use the easiest way to teach you how to use Swift, right? So let's start it. We can use this example. It is a great example that we can use here. It is here like ingredient. I'm going to remove this, and we can do like a ingredient, use like this, right? And using this like pepperoni, right? We can also bacon. We can also use garlic, basil. We can also use garlic. We can also use onion, right? Those, yeah. So if you have those ingredients, are we don't need, we just like if you want to print just the value that we have here, like ingredients, right? The first value that we have, we can see, yeah, that it's good, right? And it's amazing. But if you want or I don't know exactly which ingredient select, we can also use like elements like this, right? Let's see. We can use more later. We're going to see why um, we need to use this symbol. It is like options, or forcing. We're going to force some optional values, right? Let's continue. If I click again room, it's going to give me another different random element, right? And it's going to select other random element, right? Yeah, it's different, different. Oh, oh yeah, here it's different. Yeah, and that's it. That's our first sample and how it's worked. And yeah, congratulations. It is your first step in Swift, and you have done a lot of in this charter. And we have been dropping in also deep end, and been asking to decipher some actual and real Swift code as became familiar with programming in Swift Playground. We have also to build a little tools that help us to generate random names also. In the next charter, we are going to write some long-term Swift code, and some real serious and actual code that we sometimes use, like operators, variables, constants, types, and collections, right? So I'm going to give you some sample, and also some fact, some frequencies question that we can face sometimes. And this here's the first. It says, where are the semicolons? Yeah, in Swift you don't need semicolons. Sometimes we can use, but just to to specify in one line, and you want to separate some sentence, but just one line is it's allowed it. Yeah, suppose if you have here to do it something like this and says like hello, yeah, it's room, right? And you can like print it and says say hello. Exactly. Yeah. In that case, in just a specific case, you can talk. It says to the compile that the first instructions execute the first and divide, to another expression. Right. Yeah, it's some. It does. This is the only way that you can do it. But if you do this one, it's you are going to see some error, right? Like here. Yeah, it's not necessary, but something like this. It's not necessary, you know, but it's you can put it. Yeah, let's continue. How do I run my code in iPad and all the devices? Yeah, we can explain you everything, and also you can run it in different devices. Just download it and, and check. And I use Python. And does the white space mean anything? No, and white space is not meaningful in Swift the same way as Python. And don't worry about it. I really just want to make iPhone apps. And do I have to do all things with background? And says, as we says, we really need to work through the Swift code by itself before you start to working with apps. And it's it's very experienced, yeah, to work in start fundamentals Swift before you getting into creating apps. I'm going to give you here this task. It's I don't know if you like this Swift cross. It's just to fill this blank, and specify here. You have also the cross. This one you have also the downs, and you can see, right? And yeah, that's it so far. We are going to continue with the next chapter. We're going to talk about the Swift and by natural. So thank you very much. Have a